fake here on first down. And this one caught by Cameron Brain. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
He was brought down by...
They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
First down, Tampa Bay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, Pete. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. 43's the mark. 43's the mark.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Complete to number 13.
Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Good. Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Broncos nothing. Ryan Suckup set.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Check three.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
45's the mark. You can't block me.
Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know people see Philip Lindsey's role in Denver changing a bit with the arrival of Melvin Gordon, but I think Gordon's going to be more of an enhancement for Lindsey. Maybe he won't carry it as often, but now he'll be much more effective as a two-headed monster in the backfield. Both of them can run it inside, get to the perimeter, and catch the ball out of the backfield and move the sticks.
Lock now on first down. That'll be caught by the rookie, K.J. Hamler. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
Every year we spend a lot of time and money evaluating the top prospects for the NFL draft. How about when we all get fortunate and see a guy like Philip Lindsey, an undrafted free agent, who had 1,000 yards rushing his first 2 years in the NFL. Can run between the tackles, run with power, and catch the ball out of the backfield.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Locke. This is the tight end fan. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here we go. 66. Pull it high. Switch. Check. Let's go. Get set.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The score, Buccaneers 7, Broncos nothing.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Check. Lucky. Tighten up. Hey, checking. Crash. 45. Exit. Mike, 45. Big stop, D. Big stop.
They'll go for it. It's Locke. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. JPP cruising in for the sack that time. Well, I guess they wanted to get that touchdown right back on their first drive, but failed to do so.
And what they have to be careful of is pushing so hard to stay right there, to stay even with their opponent, that they gas themselves out. You know, it's almost like horse racing. Sometimes you don't want to take your horse right to the front and let them do all the work and then someone catch them at the end and pass them up. You want to make sure you moderate what you're doing along the way and then go for the big finish.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes.
Complete.
12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, your front 5, whatever you've got in front of you.
They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the turnover, here's Locke. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Shotgun now for Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Play action. Now it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Noah Fant was a first-round pick in 2019, and he was picked because of his receiving skills. Had 40 catches in his rookie season for 562 yards Did have 2 games where he topped 100 yards in each of those. Yes, he's still developing as a blocker, but that's not why he went in the first round. He went there for his ability to make big plays down the field.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Set. Rock it. Rock it. 15 lining. 45. Go.
Block working out of the gun. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Block on target to Fant for a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets,
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Squeeze, get in there.
On the counter, here's Gordon. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Bucs' 46-yard line.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
You don't want no problems with me.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
The tackle made.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Got a man. It's the rookie Jerry Jeudy. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
4th down.
And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones.
Brady's pass.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. On play action, now Brady. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Oh, you know that did not feel good. Vita Vea with the sack there. And we know he's a big-time presence on the defensive line, especially against the run. But he'll surprise you with his quickness and his upfield agility in order to get to the quarterback. If you're blocking him, it's going to be a long afternoon or evening, a tough proposition.
A gain of 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Lindsey. And the play goes nowhere, losing. Yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
All on the stop. The tackle made back at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 out ball. Watch that in. Watch that in. Three down. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Delta.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lock. He's got his 6'5 receiver. That's Tim Patrick. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And 8.
Shotgun snap to Lock. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them?
Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. A rare pick-6 thrown by Tom Brady. He'd thrown only 14 regular season pick-6s in his career coming into this season. A couple others in the playoffs, the one to Robert Alford in Super Bowl 51. And you might remember the Titans' Logan Ryan doing it late in the wild card round loss a season ago. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7.
McManus to kick off for Denver.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll go again to Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A quick throw by Brady complete. Past the 20, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Had the option to hand that one off or run it himself, but instead, a really easy, quick pass.
I like the way they made a decisive decision and got it right to the receiver. One move later, he's in the end zone.
Extra point put through by Succop, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
On 1st down, Locke. Eluding the pressure right, and it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. Throwing again, Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Antoine Winfield Jr. picks it.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there.
Complete.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
4-yard line.
Hey, 29. Out there. Watch the slip. Mark 43. Mark 43.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Antonio Brown. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Broncos 7.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Just like that.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. 2nd and 8 coming up.
45 to Mike. 45. Charlie. Not today,
Here's Locke to throw, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. This is caught by Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
That's good.
A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd down and 8. And they'll run the end around here with Judy. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos cut into that lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 24, Broncos 14.
2 scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
To kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball. Brings up
2nd and 2 at the 33.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And a Buccaneer first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And some strong running. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
Third and 13.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down, Buccaneers.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. Now a first down carry by Jones. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
The tackle.
As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
And that, not a sight you want to see. Leonard Fournette very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Into the red zone, it's Brady. It's complete to Brown, right side. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Broncos 14. Ryan Suckup set to kick off.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments did they? And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Ryan Suckup.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here now is second and 10, again from the 41. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the fourth.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
Throwing on first down is Locke. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. William Golston able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Third and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Devin White in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be fourth down. A field goal would tie it, but they want more. They're going for it. Locke gonna go on fourth down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Today's final score.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Buccaneers, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.